Opinion disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed by Just Our Opinion podcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any of our sponsors. Any content provided by our guest or authors are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. They stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way up, way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got a soul view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they wanna come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. It's my vocation, now I got rollies, all in rotation. Hop on a jet just to take a vacation. Remember the moments was trapped in the basement. Now the hard work is all taking me places. Water all bad like we trapped in the matrix. Bet on myself and go ball out in Vegas. Living a life like I'm rich and I'm famous. Don't see the grind that I know that it came with. I ain't make it this far for myself, yeah. I had to prove to everybody else, yeah. I had to set them straight, yeah. I had to boss, I had to renovate, I know. They hate when you elevate. They stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah. I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. Ooh, yeah. Why they wanna bring me down? So much drip, yeah, I almost drowned in it. I can't get me down. Yeah, I'm way too fired up. I can't simmer down. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I see the flashing lights. Make sure the fashion right, yeah. I'm in my bag tonight, yeah. Ooh, I might just pull up a foreign. Watch out, the engine is roaring. It's too loud, you can ignore it. Yeah, yeah. This the high life with a few. You can have it all, no need to choose. First, let me demonstrate how you can rise to the top. Yeah, I had to elevate, yeah.
What's good? Welcome, ladies.
Hey, hello.
What's happening? Welcome to Just Our Opinion with Robin, Mike, and Ty, and it is ladies' night.
Yeah.
So tonight we are going to talk about and dissect the movie Waiting to Exhale.
Okay.
From a female point of view, as the ladies sit here. I got the four ladies at the table for the four women in the movie. We ain't got nothing to do with them, but we gonna talk about it. We gonna kick it. We sipping on the Motu VJ, of course, black on. Y'all know JOO is all black everything. So shout out to Motu VJ, eye candy, and the champagne. I am so excited. It's going down. Y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Let's get it.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win.
All right. Listen. First of all, that intro is fire. That intro, listen, it's the I just came here to win for me. It's always the I just came here to win. It's fire for me. So let me introduce the ladies at the table today. Y'all know me. I'm Robin. I got Sherry at the table.
Hey. How y'all doing?
We got Angel at the table.
What's good, y'all?
And Miss Leilani is at the table.
Yay, I'm in the building.
Yes. We are about to have a good time tonight. We're going to skip off the Dome Records tonight because I didn't prepare the ladies for their freestyle flow.
Oh, I'm ready. Let's get it.
I didn't prepare the ladies for the freestyle flow, but y'all know what to do. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all got to share the page. Y'all got to give us likes. We need interactions. We need y'all to send those stars. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what to do. Y'all not new here, so let's get it. Let's jump right into this. Y'all ready, ladies?
Yeah, we ready.
All right. So we talking about the movie Waiting to Exhale, and there's so many dynamics to this movie. That's why I thought that we should just have a lady sit at the table and kind of dissect this thing. One of the interesting things about this movie for me, and of course I had to rewatch it because, Waiting to Exhale been out a little while, so I had to rewatch it. But one of the most interesting things about this movie to me, when I rewatched it at this stage in my life, is I realized that at some point in my life, I've been all for it in women.
That's good. That's
Okay.
deep.
So, we're gonna break down the different dynamics of the four women, but that just was like, it was kind of one of them things that I was like, dang, like, at this point in my life, I can literally say, yep, I remember that point in my life. Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember that point in my life. Yep, I remember that point in my life. And it was just interesting to think about, from that side of it, watching it after all these years and after, going through everything in my life. It was just interesting to see it from that angle of things. So the first one I want to discuss, we're going to kick this off, first of all, with how the movie kicked it off. The movie kicked it off with Angela Bassett's character.
Okay.
And in case y'all don't remember, Angela Bassett's character had been married for 11 years and had 2 kids. Mm-hmm. On New Year's Eve, her husband decides to tell her that he was leaving her.
Mm-hmm.
White woman.
Yeah.
Or his colleague.
But
like his assistant too, right?
Yeah. So that's how we gonna kick this thing off. Okay. And as I was watching this, I was just like, I'm thinking, because I have 2 kids, and I'm like, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine sitting at the crib. I'm getting dressed, getting ready to go, get ready to go out. I'm thinking we about to go out. You know what I'm saying? And he come in like, where you going? What you mean where I'm going? It's the Christmas party.
Right.
It's the New Year's Eve party.
How would you feel if I said we ain't going? Or, okay, she thinking, you got.
Oh, we gonna stay home,
No,
right?
No, I'm going, but you not going. I'm leaving you. I would be mad.
Absolutely.
Mad.
I'll
Oh
be
my
livid.
God. It wouldn't
Yeah.
even be a mad. It wouldn't even be the expression. Probably rage.
Well, I think that's
God.
exactly what she felt at that time. Like
complete rage.
she was just like, I can't even believe it. But it was more, I think, her rage didn't come in until like she slept on it. Like, you gotta understand.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That next day, and then I was like, he had the nerve to say like, I'm gonna come back and get my stuff, and I was like,
What stuff?
You don't need no stuff here when you get here. I mean, you
my
should have took
God.
everything you were trying to
Right.
get like
Sir.
today.
Exactly.
Listen, you should have been moved. You should have moved that before you came to me with that, because, sir, there's no
Yeah.
stuff after that.
But really and truthfully, like when you in that moment and it's happening, sad to say though, a lot of times like you seen it coming and you ignored it, or you was hoping that it wasn't gonna happen. So it was like really and truthfully, her rage and her anger was more to me on herself. Because she knew she should have
Wow.
stepped away from him. She
That's
knew she
good.
should have left him. She knew she should have backed up off of him a long time ago. And it's like, dang, I put everything into him hoping that he was going to change. He was going to turn things
Wow.
around.
Yep.
And he didn't. So here it is, like, you going to blindside me with this. But did he really blindside her? She just was like more shocked that he picked this time, this moment to tell me. But I believe that she knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's
When the
deep.
marriage break down after that many years, you know him. You know when he done disconnected. You know when it's been unplugged. It's very rare that it's like a side swipe.
Oh, absolutely.
know what I'm saying?
But it's crazy to think of, because when you watch the movie, you don't think about that. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit up and be like, oh, she knew it was breaking down. So that's an interesting angle to that, because it's like her rage at that point was her rage at him.
Nope.
Or
It
was her rage at her? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think she was a little bit of both though. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Like, even if you look at the scene where she actually like start cleaning his stuff out the closet, she literally says to herself, I should have left you then. Like,
Yeah.
when you counted how many
Yeah.
times you and I made love and you told me you was counting, I should have been out then. So it was times throughout this 11 years where she was like,
Speaking of that, who counts?
I mean, nobody actually count. But
I don't know.
I think that you have the writing was always on the wall. I think in her perspective. I mean, in most relationships, you see things and you try to be like, you try to be tunnel vision. Like, I really don't want to see this right now. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to get what I need right now. So I don't want to see this, or I don't want what they said to be true. Or sometimes you're trying to prove yourself wrong when you already know. You know what I mean? It's like the writing is on the wall. Like, he doesn't come home until every night.
Absolutely.
He has lipstick on his shirts. It's women's perfume in his clothes. It's things that you see that has been done over and over, but you try to play blind to it. And it's what you're willing to accept or what you're willing not to. Because I don't think she would have ever left him if he wouldn't have said to her,
I was just about to say,
you know what I'm saying? I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think that's a good thing when somebody decides to be honest. I mean, he didn't have to do it that way. It was, a hot mess.
Speaking of that, we got a comment.
Okay.
We got a comment, and unfortunately, Mike, my VMix not up, so you're gonna have to post a comment for me. We got a comment from Vaughn, and he says her husband was thoughtful in what he did.
Oh.
Instead of Christmas, he did it on New Year's Eve.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? You got a point. Because so she can start a new beginning in the new year. I agree.
Sure.
New beginnings in the new year. I'm leaving you.
Hey,
I'm done with you.
She knew what time it was because she knew who to smack when she walked in the office.
Oh yeah, she knew exactly who to smack.
She didn't even need it like a guide.
No,
she was like, I know who to pop off with.
He never said who he was leaving her
No,
for. But
no.
soon as she walked in, it was wow.
We know. I mean, I think, and that's the thing with women's intuition. Either you have to pay attention to it or you have to not. I mean, it's what you're willing to accept. And I think that's all of us.
You know what? It's funny though, because I think a lot of her, I should have left you, but I didn't. One had to do with the kids, of course, because as women, we do a lot and put up with a lot and stay a lot longer than we should for our children. But the second thing is, it was a lifestyle. When we break down, even what they had to distribute in this divorce, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was property all over the country and other countries. It was money all over the country and in other countries. Like, she had a lifestyle, and she had poured so much of herself into building him and his career that you go through that. That Beyonce ring the alarm. I'm like, I'd be damn if I see another chick on his arm. Like, I done put all I have into you. I done put you took all my youth. I done gave you 2 babies. I've set up and been your secretary.
Tore my body up.
Right.
Start there.
Right. I done been your secretary. I done been your cook. I done been your cleaner. I done been your hoe. I done been everything. You know what I'm saying? Years. For 11 years. So, I've invested now. I'm invested now. So, and unfortunately as women, we do that.
We do.
We do that.
Some of us do.
Yeah, some of us do, but we do.
I'm on a different spectrum. See, and I be like, dog, my happiness is just way too important to me. I can, I find you, somebody else later. I got to go stage left. So I'm one of those. Like I life is too short for me to be unhappy in it. That's just how I feel. So if that's the case, like, and this ain't working and this ain't moving and that kind of stuff, see, I'm like exit stage left. I'm the cereal packer. Like, I'll be out.
But
I
think
for
her,
I'd be like,
it was more so the status quo because she hadn't invested in herself.
Amen.
So she couldn't leave because she had nothing to go to.
She could leave.
I mean, that's the thing.
You can always go.
Yeah,
you can always go. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You've been married with him 11 years. If y'all know anything about the law, baby, I need 10 to be vested.
Right.
Boo-boo. Quit playing.
Run me my coins.
Run me my breadwinner. So that's an alimony, just some child support pay. It'll be all right. Okay, it'll be all right. And that's the part that we walk, I think, it just in fear in as ladies is you think you can't start over, you think you can't do it, and you most definitely can. Your happiness and your peace about things should be priceless to you. That should be like the most important thing, because if I'm not happy, I can't keep him happy. I can't make him happy, because I got to be happy with myself. So if I'm at a place where I'm like, man, I'm not happy, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is draining me. This is too much. I can't be a good wife. I can't be a good mother. I can't be a good business partner. It can't happen. So,
So we got a comment from Mia, and it says, it's kind of hard when you've been with a person that long, but you realize it's now over.
Yeah. I mean, it is, but then it's like, how long do you want this to go on? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to wait till you in your 60s and then try to figure this out? Or, you know what I mean? It's like at some point in time.
Yeah, because I want to be young enough to still bust it open for my young thing. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
Well, I'm not going to even sit here in front. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to, look, I'm at an age now where, but, I've told y'all plenty of times on the show, my husband only get to leave in a box. That's it. But, if the box happened, you know what I'm saying, voluntarily or involuntarily.
That's where you got me wrong. I'm gonna give me an old cat daddy. Let's
I'm
happen to my husband.
I'm bad. Jordans and PlayStation, Sherry. Jordans and
no Jordans and no place. I'm gonna give me an old cat daddy. I can wheel him
Get you
around.
some Jordans and some PlayStation.
I'm bad. Jordans and PlayStation.
He gonna be so
need
well
the
vested
energy.
in bursts. He gonna own some oil. Quit playing.
You need some energy, Sherry. You need energy.
I'm
You
gonna
can
be
dribble
the
the ball.
cutest housewife ever. What is you talking about?
Yeah. And you know what? And that's about being comfortable. And that goes back to where she was. She was comfortable in her lifestyle. Even though he didn't want to be there, she decided this is what her reality was. This was
so
good for
here's my
her.
thing. Here's my thing. Because we all know as women, when your man having an affair, especially that type of affair.
Absolutely.
You 100% know when he having an affair.
Checking a bank account, you see what's going on. The
So
hotel
I
receipts.
guess my beef in this whole thing was, if you've decided at this point that, okay, I know he's having an affair, but for my comfort and for my kids or whatever your reasoning is, I'm going to stay. Where was your side piece at, boo-boo?
Well, ain't that Basketball Wives? Ain't that what they do?
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Where was your side piece at?
I'm just
So
saying.
you saying that
Because men can't take that.
that's
the
good.
No, I'm not saying openly have a side piece, but my thing is, if
Shani O'Neal got
two,
phone?
look, two can play at that game. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, two can
She could
play.
have been prepared because I feel like she knew he was having an affair because she mentioned like, oh, it was one of your, whores, and he's like the secretary, and she knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
She
the crazy
could've been
thing is, she
prepared.
said one of.
She said one of. So it's been
Okay,
multiple.
so like, let's be real though. Okay, so listen, when you get with a man and he's making a certain type of money, right? You are
Exactly.
going to endure certain things. I mean, unless you
Exactly.
probably Tiger Woods' ex-wife who had a whole plan in place, but that's a different story. So she planned her exit. I'm
She
just saying.
did.
She planned her
Well,
exit. Real
too.
strategically.
Well,
real strategically.
too.
She blew up about
Look,
effort she knows she knew about, but that's
I'm
not
talking about, and made him seem like the whole bad guy.
Yeah.
Almost ruined his career. Walked away with half.
But really,
She the GOAT.
she was all
She the GOAT.
all strategic. She's the
Made him
GOAT.
seem like he was
For real.
OJ.
She the GOAT.
Yeah,
She
but
the
I'm
GOAT.
saying though, but what I'm saying is most celebrity wives and most basketball, professional athletes and stuff like that, they know that, hey, I'm gonna have to put up with groupies, I'm gonna have to put up with this, but I live a certain type of way. And that's what they traded for. They traded for that. And then if you do got your side piece, you better not ever let him find out.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
men
they can't
egos
handle that. They
don't
can't
work
handle
that
that.
same way.
Exactly.
So that's how Shawnee got caught. See what I'm saying? It was all good when Shaq was doing his thing, but soon you had him on my yacht.
But that's what I was saying about status quo. It's like status quo versus peace and happiness.
Amen.
What are you willing to sacrifice? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, is your peace, some people say, I don't want to be poor. If you've ever been poor before, you don't ever want to go back to that
Right.
ever.
That place,
That
right.
place. So to her, being comfortable in having what she had was better than her peace. She rather dealt with what she was dealing with than have peace and happiness.
See, I disagree.
And I do too, but it's just where your mindset is and where you've been, and it goes back to your childhood and all of the things that you've endured to get you where you are, and you willing to deal with what you're willing to deal with.
So time out.
True.
The one thing that I felt her on from a deep spiritual place is when she cleaned out that closet, put it in the Mercedes, and burnt that.
I
boy.
wouldn't have burned no Mercedes up.
First of all, I would have.
I wouldn't have. I would have sold
Oh,
all
I
the
would.
It
clothes.
was in his name.
Oh no, she
That
did.
ain't the one I drive.
You remember?
Baby,
Wait a minute. You remember
I
she had
wouldn't have
the.
burnt no vehicle.
This was about her not even caring, because you remember she had the Love Hangover garage sale and sold all his stuff for $1 a piece.
She did.
I'm talking. She sold skis and Gucci and all kind. Like she
Absolutely.
sold
Had the kids like mine.
Tom Ford suits
Right.
for $1. I'm saying? Like, she was out here.
You know, she sold a boat probably for $1.
For $1.
I mean, I get that. I mean, because you're angry, but to me, I'm like, I wouldn't have burned up no car.
But listen,
I don't burn up houses. I mean, that's property. I mean,
think
that's
that. But
stupid.
my point is,
That's
I think
so stupid to
especially
me.
the garage sale. The garage sale was a GOAT move for me, simply because she sold it all for $1. So legally in court, because he left it, all she'd have had to do was give him half of the 30 she made.
Now, yeah. Now, that was very strategic.
So to me,
Yeah.
you know, making you have to go and rebuy all your, you know, hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of stuff, and I only got to give you $15.
Right.
15 to contribute to replace what I sold.
And I would have sold a car. I wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have burnt a vehicle. You know,
Well, that's the thing. She couldn't sell the car.
I know. Okay, right.
You know, legally, she couldn't have sold the car.
Right.
She
Well,
sold
I'd have
what
had
she
it
could.
stolen or something. I'd have figured it out.
I
I just got to check. I don't know.
Not stolen.
I don't know. I mean, back then, and that when that movie came out, you could have did an insurance job on that. And she would have got that bread. I'm just like when T-Boz. I know we off the subject, but when T-Boz did what she did, I'm like, you burning up houses?
She didn't mean to do that though.
Oh,
She was just trying to burn his clothes up, and it got
She
out
was
of hand.
she was pissed off because he had went and bought some shoes or something and didn't buy her none.
Girl,
and she put it all in the tub and set it on
Right.
fire,
Like,
and then it accidentally burnt
I don't
up
want
the house.
I pray that my rage don't ever take me there. I mean,
I'm with you. 'Cause I got too much nice stuff. I don't want you touching my stuff.
Please
so I ain't gonna
don't.
touch yours.
Please don't. Yeah. I'm not burning no clothes. I'm not burning no vehicles. I don't want arson behind my name. I don't want the fire department come looking for me.
Ma'am, did you burn this?
For arson jail. I don't want to go to arson
Nah,
jail.
there's an arson jail.
Okay.
What you in here for?
Specifically, arson.
I committed a felony and I burnt up a couple of things.
Arson.
What?
So wait a minute.
but you down for a roll up, you know, so we can go roll down on somebody for sure.
Oh no, Becky getting it.
But see, here's the thing.
We can't burn up nothing.
Becky
but
gonna
we
get
can-
it.
But we can
here's
go
the
do
thing.
felonious assault, right?
Listen,
Now that if you would have called me,
battery.
oh my God,
Listen.
if we said the same time, listen, you call me, oh my God, and be like, it's time. You just text me and put T. I'm like, I'm on my way.
The bat signal.
With the bat.
The bat
Don't leave no
signal.
details on the text
Listen,
message.
I had a black stuff behind my ass and stuff. Y'all, I'll be so with the. I had a hoodie on.
Ski mask and a
Ski
hoodie.
mask. I'll be so ready with the bat.
You come
Now
with the,
beat
the
down.
disposable clothes. We can just
coulda-
take all this off.
I would have put the stank on her. She would have had an all East Side whooping. Like I drug her like. Oh, I would have told her up. Now that I'm down for, but burning no vehicles but
Bodily assault,
Yeah.
and burning inanimate objects is two
we
totally
could have
different
tied
things.
her
That's
up
the lie.
to a
That's the
tree.
lie.
Can I say this? Is my opinion. I'd have tied her up to a tree, told her to strip down, scared her, left her in the woods. Can I say all that?
Objects are replaceable, but we're talking about
Wait a minute, time out. So let me get this straight.
We could have scared her.
Let me get this straight. So we trading burning up his stuff to kidnap, felonious assault,
We going to jail.
attempted murder. So you want us to go to prison?
But see, here's the thing.
Not arson jail, but prison.
Because she's not going to know what happened to her. Because you're not going to be involved in this. You called me.
Wait, we got a comment from Vaughn, and it says it's all laughs and giggles until you find out Becky is a black belt or a ninja.
It don't matter. Nah, I promise you, I got something for Becky.
We can sneak attack.
Yeah, Becky, I got nunchucks on her.
Look, so this is how it would have played out with the four of us, just so you're clear. When one of us walked in and slapped her, right? She'd have came out of work that day, all distraught, holding her face, crying and everything. But then she'd have got like snatched up and tossed in the trunk.
Exactly. And a cutlass supreme.
Not a cutlass.
Yeah,
You don't tell the vehicle.
No, this is my theory of how it would have went down.
A cutlass.
I didn't say what color. I just said a color supreme.
We got a comment from Jackie and it says, so she already have a plan in place. It's contingent. It's contingent. Like, we just saying in theory.
This is the sequel. This is a sequel.
All right. So I want to jump into Loretta Devine's character. I don't remember what her name was. Gloria.
Yes.
I want to jump into Gloria's character because that's an interesting one.
Okay.
And if y'all remember, Gloria had a son. And her son was basically her husband, right? Like, because she done raised this boy. She, single mom and raised this boy. So she was one of them that treats her son like her husband. But she was also dealing with some insecurities herself, whether it was her weight or whatever the case may be. Gloria had some insecurities. Mm-hmm. Gloria meets a guy that genuinely likes her, and she's pushing him away. Mm-hmm. But she trying to get a nanny to, her ex-husband, and then find out that he don't want the nanny.
Never did want nanny.
Never did.
She never did have what he wanted.
She should have cut his toe off. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm joking.
Cut his toe.
So is every solution at the table today violence?
Okay, no, I'm back.
So this one was a little interesting to me when I was thinking about, we don't pregame for the show, so we don't have any of these conversations beforehand. Y'all know how we roll. But, we all have time to kind of think about these things ourselves. And while I was thinking about it myself, I was like, well, she was the one character that I actually sympathized with.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? She was the one character that kind of my heart, kind of bled for. Because you're right. Angela Bassett's character, she knew he was cheating for years. You knew he was cheating for years. And at the end of the day, she got the bag. You know what I'm saying? So, but Gloria was the one that I was like, her issues, all their issues were internal demons that they was fighting, but hers were a little different because hers was insecurity. And then, her 3 friends is cute. She got these 3 cute skinny friends. You know what I'm saying? She the ugly friend. Well, not the ugly friend. I won't say that because that's not the case. But in her mind, you know what I'm saying? She was the least attractive. She was the least attractive of the friends.
She wasn't mean or spiteful or nothing. She was always supportive of them and everything. So it's like you feel sorry for her.
Yeah,
and she was the one that actually made them pretty because she does the hair.
Yeah, she was a hairstylist.
Right. Okay.
Right. So she was the one that I actually, my heart kind of went out for because hers was, all she wanted was quite honestly to be loved, but and she was really trying to go about it the right way. She in all honesty, and she kind of just dove into her relationship with her child and was like, forget all the other BS. You know what I'm saying? It kind of just dove into the relationship with her child, but it was to a detriment because now she's holding him back from his dreams, his ambitions, because she holding him so tight now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of the one for me.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. She, she had a lot more heartfelt kind of moments in there and just loving her child. But it was a great thing that she saw that, hey, I can't hinder him. And that was kind of like, where she had pulled back from the guy she was kind of digging because, she's like, hey, I want you to talk to him. And he's like, well, he ain't the one with the problem.
Right.
You the one with the problem. And so she like, wait a minute, you don't understand. Like, that's my baby. And it's like, no, but he's a man. And you still got to let him go be a man. You know what I mean? So I think that everything kind of came full circle for her in it. I think she's probably the most success story out of the relationship.
Absolutely.
Out of everybody because she actually ended up with a man to quote unquote exhale with. I mean, they did a whole lot of, to me, they did a whole lot of pre-exhaling. It was like,
all through the movie, they exhaling about nothing.
And I'm like, he ain't even your man. Like, you met him in the club. Like, I don't understand. So, but I think that she's the only one who actually was able to accomplish what it was she was trying to accomplish, and that was finding a partner and somebody that liked her, you know what I'm saying?
And releasing her son to go be a man. I definitely agree with that.
I feel like that too. She got double for her trouble, I guess. Anytime you find that out. Yeah. Really? You just not decide you want to tell me this, but I digress.
Well, so the thing was, she had been attempting to sleep with him every time he came in town, and he would give her the no. He was giving her the the pity booty. You know what I'm saying? He was giving her the pity pipe.
Yeah, that's why she made sure the son wasn't there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because it was time for her annual pity pipe.
Yeah, she was like, that's why her son checked her and was like, I mean, you get excited he coming.
I don't never see him.
Right.
Where does he sleep?
Yeah, exactly. Like, where did he sleep last time he was here? So, she thought she was gonna get her annual hookup. You know what I'm saying?
Pity pipe.
And then
I like that term. # pity pipe.
And then, it didn't work out because he dropped the bomb and was like, yeah, remember I ain't really respond to you last time.
I think I would have been so enraged. I probably, because, like,
Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'm just.
Punched him in the face.
No,
She was like, you ain't got to go through all that not to sleep with me. He was like, no, for real. Like, I'm gay.
Yeah, that would have been.
So she probably,
But boom, right in the face. Like, for real. Like, seriously.
But see, why though? Because it's so many
It's so
women that
dangerous
start
out
out
here.
as like they start out straight and then they end up lesbian.
It's
Like
nothing wrong
flat.
with that, but think about it, like, who has he been messing with throughout?
That's what I'm
before,
saying.
Like, they hooked
that's-
up and everything too.
Well,
Right.
she
But
ain't
then-
asked for a resume. When he,
Well,
she don't be
true.
like, text me your partners before
a
you
good
get
point.
here.
Nah.
She be like, whatever you gonna give me because it's an insecurity thing she
Yep.
feeling, right?
Absolutely.
So she just like, this is her only time
phone
to
on
feel,
the table.
she only time to feel love or whatever the case may be. So you know what I'm saying? That's what it was. So
And of course, like you said, it's insecurities. It's deeper than we can only imagine. And being in that place, just like you said, vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in that vulnerable place, like of course, Angela Bassett was in denial. If we wanted to identify the characteristics in this. Loretta Devine was just vulnerable and she was lonely and she just wanted any type of gratification by any means necessary, even if it was with a cricket. He was a cricket. So she wanted to
look
be.
like a cricket, though.
He did,
I give you
So
that.
she was like, okay, I'll take it, cricket.
But the sad part was when she finally had somebody come into her life that genuinely wanted to give her love, genuinely, because he wasn't BSing with her, she had a problem with him, like they were good for a while. They were good. But the moment he went against her thoughts on how this is supposed to go, and he stood firm as a man and told her, sweetie, you wrong and you're the problem. It was a whole issue at that point. And it was, I can't believe it. Oh, we breaking up. You need to go home.
Well, you got to think she's been making all the decisions for him all this time. It's hard to take somebody else's opinion or thought process, and I've been doing this on my own all this time. I got him this far. You see what I'm saying? So for you to give me another opinion or objective, it's like, wait a minute. Look, I ain't done that bad of a job. You already told me he's a great kid. How you think he got this way?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think a lot of women deal with that too. They be by themselves for so long, right? Mm-hmm. So it's hard to be like, hey, I gotta share.
The independent woman syndrome.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I gotta share. I gotta actually consider somebody else's feelings and their thought process and how they see things. So that's what traps a lot of women in their whole mind, is because I've been by myself for so long. I've been calling the shots, making the decisions, doing
Shooting
everything
the
else,
moves.
shooting all the moves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you come along and be like, hey, don't do it that way.
Right.
So,
And then too, she was always with men that rejected her. So she was accustomed to being with men that rejected her. So when a man gave her interest, she like, what's this? What you doing that for? It's so crazy. You want that, you get it, and then you still complaining.
Amen.
You know what I mean? It's like you've been saying, I want someone to love me. And then this man come around the corner. And love you. And you got attitude. We do that.
Is he fake? I don't know if he fake.
Is it real? Is it real?
Exactly.
Right. You know what I'm
and she
saying?
was like, what's your alternative motive? Like, she trying to figure him out, but he's like, no, I'm just genuinely trying to I'm
Like,
digging
getting
you.
out by the house across the street.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
dig-
some coin.
Look, and I got a place to live.
No, we live in the
I'm
same block.
digging you, and I want to spend some time with you.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't came over here and asked you.
But
for
you
a check.
remember, even when she first met him, she brought up her weight. Like, she immediately threw her insecurity at him when they first met, and he like my deceased wife was a healthy girl. Like, what that supposed to mean to me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And she like, my big behind, and he like,
I like big girls.
ma'am,
Right.
I back all that up. You know what I'm saying? So it was, she really had some deep rooted insecurities too, like some therapy worthy insecurities. So she, like I said, she was really the one that, and out of every character in this movie, it was like, okay, like I kind of, my heart bleeds for her. And the reason is not just because hers was genuine, it was more so because as women, we all have insecurities.
Absolutely.
There's something that every one of us is insecure about. And I'm talking deep-rooted, a deep-rooted
definitely.
insecurity. You know what I'm saying? And, whether it's something that other people can see, or whether it's something that's one of them deep things that we try to have with everything in us, but it's there, and every one of us have that. So, just being able to identify that with her and watching this movie, even though her insecurity was kind of, they showcased it in the movie, I'm sitting there watching, I'm going, I got some insecurities that, my husband has to deal with too. And he has to maneuver around too. And he has to, navigate as well.
Exactly.
To your point, though, to me, every last one of them showed an insecurity.
Oh, absolutely.
Every single last one of them showed
absolutely.
Insecurity. Even from, the prettiest one to, say, the one that was the least attractive, you can see an insecurity in each and every last one of them. For a woman to stay with a man that she knows is cheating on her and everything else, that's an insecurity.
It is.
You know what I mean? For a woman to want to point out her flaws to a man, like, hey, did you notice I was kind of overweight? That's an insecurity. You know what I mean? Even when you get down to Whitney Houston's character.
Oh, we ain't got there yet. We ain't got there yet. Yeah,
but I'm saying, but every single woman,
every one of them had
displayed an insecurity. Every last one of them.
But you know what? I'm glad you brought up Whitney Houston's character, because that's actually where I was going next.
Okay, cool.
That's exactly where I was going next. So just to recap, Whitney Houston's character, hella successful. Mm-hmm. Hella successful. She was doing her thing. But her flaw was she was hopelessly in love with the unobtainable. Mm-hmm. She had this man that she had been with for years. Her mama loved him. You know what I'm saying? He done met everybody. But he got a whole wife and kids at home.
Mm-hmm. No, did he have a child?
He had one daughter.
He had one daughter. Yep.
He got a whole family. So he was literally flying in, you know what I'm saying? And she was the wife when he was here, but then he flew home to the real wife. Mm-hmm. And so, and like I said, it's funny because as I said earlier, as I was watching this movie, I could identify with a stage in my life with every character. Mm-hmm. I've been there too. Mm-hmm. I've been the wife that got cheated on. Mm-hmm. I've been, not in my current marriage, y'all calm down. I've been the wife that got cheated on. I've been the chick with insecurities, and I've been the chick that was in love with a married man. And you know what I'm saying? I had him on his days off. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I've been each one of those characters. So I was able to identify with each one, but hers was kind of interesting to me because she tried to, I'm not going to sit around and wait for him. I'm going to go find somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But even in that, he was married.
Right.
You remember the dude she met at the New Year's Eve party?
He was married. I thought he just did funny stuff. Yeah, I don't think he was married. He had other issues. He liked to growl during sex. It was like,
that was the GER guy.
That was the GER.
The GER.
He wasn't married. He had sexual fetishes that couldn't really get with.
He used her toothbrush.
Yeah.
Then he said GER during he growled.
Then he lasted
like
all of 13,
3 seconds.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was like, wait a minute. She was like, what is going on? So he wasn't her type, right? And I think that's why she gave Kenneth a chance when he came back, was because she was like, she hadn't found anything yet.
We got a comment from Jason, and it say, Allstate deep voice man loved her. All she had to do was wait.
Yeah, wait for how long though, dude? Right. Because
but they have been together for years.
No. But see, I'm saying wait for how long, because think about it. He sat there and was like, "You got to give me a little while longer. My daughter thinks she's getting a sibling, so that means your wife about to have another baby.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
what
ain't
I thought,
going
that
nowhere,
they had
fam.
another baby
You
coming.
tripping? You ain't going nowhere. Right. So that was the thing. Is like, well, how long you gonna wait? And then it's like, and
then too,
I've been waiting this long.
What's to say he won't do the same thing to her, even if you do leave his wife?
So, okay, I have this thing, and I tell people this all the time. There's exceptions and there's rules. Real talk. There's exceptions and there's rules. Every rule has an exception. And one of the problems that a lot of women run into is they see other women that were the exception and think, oh, that's going to happen for me too, when they're not realizing that woman was just the exception to the rule. The rule is that married men don't leave their wives. That's the rule.
Mm-hmm. That's the rule.
That's the rule.
That's the rule.
But then there are exceptions to the rule. You see the ones that, genuinely was not happy, you know what I'm saying, ended up having an affair, and, he was not happy, fell in love with the chick that he had an affair with because he genuinely was not happy, and he was man enough. He was man enough to make the decision and walk away. Okay. I will say it. I was the exception.
Okay.
I was the exception.
Okay. Okay.
You know, but there's rules and there's exceptions. And I had to have
exception, but you had that. Okay, I can't say that on air.
Oh no.
You had that. Yeah.
Oh no. I had premium circle. I had premium circle. Don't get it twisted. I still got premium circle.
You had some skills that person said, put your mom on the phone. I'm not coming back.
Put your mama on the phone.
I'm not coming back.
You don't do that one thing she do, baby. She do that one
You know what I'm
thing.
saying? So the exception is the you had met the bar, like it was no listen.
Well, but
you
I
was
don't
the
think-
MVP.
I don't think it's just that. I think because it was that,
Okay.
but it wasn't just that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Whitney
there's
couldn't have did that.
there's a lot of
clearly she didn't have the skills yet.
there's a lot that goes into that. Like when you find the guy that's, you know, he not just out here BSing and having an
Right.
affair.
You
know what I'm saying? You got guys that's just out here BSing and want their cake and eat it too. They want to have a wife and they settle at home and then still out here doing their thing. Well, the exception happens when you run into the man that's truly not his motive.
Yeah.
Like his motive is not to, you know, have a wife at home and have a side piece and out here playing games and stuff like that. That's not his motive. He's truly unhappy. He truly wants out. And he's just trying to maneuver his way to out, and meeting you and messing around with you gave him that to say, you know what, it is something better for me. This ain't, you know what I'm saying, this isn't for me. There is something better out here for me, and I don't have to be miserable because I'm happy here.
Well, technically, he would be the exception then too.
Oh, absolutely.
He's the exception of the male point of view, right?
Right.
Because he's actually a married man who's really like in a marriage that he's not happy with. He's not proud of at this point, because for him to even want to step out his marriage is against his real character, right? He's like, listen, I really don't want to have to do this, but you know, I'm not getting what I need at
Exactly.
home. She's not responding to me as the way I would want my wife to respond to me.
Because she don't do the swirls.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? She don't, you know, do handstands.
She don't do
you know
the
what I'm
sweat.
saying?
She don't
like
do
I'm just saying.
something.
It's
That
just
one
something-
thing.
Yeah,
She don't do that one thing.
So it was more so her fault that she didn't have
We
the
still gonna
skill
blame
set.
her.
Well,
We can't blame her.
It's not
It
necessary.
is ladies' night. We can't be
No,
out here
I'm
girl
not saying-
bashing.
I'm
and
not
bashing.
girl bashing.
but we gotta be 100. Like,
I'm
some
just
women
saying,
do not
like-
appreciate what they got.
Oh no, now that's
for
real.
real.
Now
Some don't.
that's 100.
You know, and that happens a lot too when you come out the gate with a good man. So like when you ain't been, you know, crapped on yet, like you ain't been dogged yet, you don't even understand what you got when you got a good man. If you start with a good man from day one.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Day one.
You ain't been through the trenches yet.
Right. You ain't been through nothing. So
yeah.
you thinking like this little stuff he doing, that ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? He's soft. He want to be lovey-dovey. You know, they downplay
And then he mess around.
man.
He mess around and meet that chick that's done been through the trenches.
And we just like, come on, boo.
I'm a
We be like, let me love you.
Let me
Let me love you. Let me love you.
Make him a grilled cheese.
Let me give you some kisses.
Let me love on you. She ain't loving on you,
You know
right,
what I'm
baby?
saying?
Let me love on you.
You know
Make
what
him
I'm
a
saying? Let me
grilled
make,
cheese.
no, make you some sides with that meat.
You wanna wait? You wanna put it where? I'm into that.
And then they be like, what we having for breakfast? You be like, grilled cheese. He be like, my mama used to make this. Yeah.
You sound like you speaking from experience.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta take him all the way. You ain't gotta do the breakfast in the bed like that. You know, just make him a grilled cheese and he come in the kitchen.
I heard.
No,
You know what?
Not
I
if you
ain't
got
gonna
that
front.
bougie man, because
I
I
ain't
got
gonna
that
front.
bougie man.
I heard you had the best grilled cheese this Saturday.
I got a whole lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Banks, can we call a friend? Phone a friend. Phone a friend. He did.
I heard. Hey, look, I ain't gonna even front on her. I heard her grilled cheese was the bomb.
Oh, that's what's
You know,
up.
I don't make them that often
Look,
because
for
you know when I
mine, look
make
for mine,
them.
I cooked and I made some sides. He was like, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Right.
You make a whole meal?
Right.
Oh, shoot.
Right, a wholemeal meal. Like, for real.
It was like,
That
you
ain't-
cook?
Wait a minute.
Right.
That
And
ain't,
I cook
that ain't
it
what I
too.
did. I let him do that one thing that he been wanting to do.
And listen, I'm for all of that. If that's what you have to do what you have to do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do not discriminate. Okay.
But so wait a minute.
if
But
you
I
like
wanna-
it in the seashell, let's put it in the seashell.
Ooh, not a seashell.
A seashell, under the sea. Whatever you into.
What I want to talk about is her mama though.
Okay.
Like that's what I really want to talk about because her mama was like, Savannah, you got you a good man. Don't let that good man, like, she was like old Negro spiritual. Like,
But did she know he was married though?
she did.
Girl, bad.
She was like, he's just in a bad
situation.
But you know what? See, that's where it comes from. Your parents or your mother.
We got a comment from Steve Banks, and it say grilled cheese with 3 exclamation marks. That's all the comment. That's the comment.
He done gave you shout outs.
I will make you one in the morning.
You got to earn that grilled cheese.
Look, curtsy.
But no, her mom was like, yeah, Savannah, he a good man. You know, he just in a bad situation. Well, how long is a bad situation? Like, Savannah and this dude had been together for years.
On and off, yeah.
Yeah, but
Like-
I think her mother brainwashed her, but conditioned her to accept and to endure that. Like, that's something from your mother endured that, or your grandma. Like, if a man,
Oh, that definitely sounds like a generational.
you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
okay,
Your
he
mama
hit
was
you.
a sad
If
chick.
he
Your
hit
grandma was a
you-
sad chick.
Right, he hit you. He hit you because he was having a bad day. No, that's abusive. You don't let nobody put your hands on. You know what I mean? It's certain triggers, you know. But
her mom was afraid that she was gonna be lonely like
her.
She was.
Yeah.
So she's just trying to be like, listen, this is who wants you and this who interested in
Take
you.
what you can get
Just
at this point.
just go with that. At least
You don't want to
won't
be sitting
by
at home
yourself.
trying to get your stamps and sitting at home lonely, because her mama was, you know, ultimately was looking back at her life and probably some of the men she walked away from and some things she put her foot down on and was like, well, maybe I could have dealt with that a little longer. I wouldn't be in this lonely place at this old age and, you know, ending my life by myself. So she was literally trying to tell her daughter, like,
Just
don't end up
accept
like
it.
me, basically.
Right.
Like if he loving on you and, you know, he gon' leave eventually, and you know,
Mama
whether
still had good skin in her hair. She could have went down to bingo. Quit playing.
That's when you better start loving yourself.
Exactly.
wait, did you say good
She
skin
had
and
good-
her hair?
She could have been
She
gone.
got good skin.
Yeah,
Her hair was still
yeah.
intact. Quit playing.
She coulda
coulda went
bagged
down-
one.
She could have got. Listen,
Look,
Church
her and
picnics,
Willie
bingo,
Earl,
quit
her
playing.
and Willie Earl could have got it in. I could, yeah.
And that's
you know,
so
Anime
sad.
done passed away about 5 years now. She gonna get with Willie Earl. Quit playing.
Willie Earl,
my
Willie
God.
Earl sitting here, his
But you
wife
know
done
what?
died,
But you know, I think back
and he
then,
got that Viagra.
it's so funny you say that, but my uncle,
Yes.
you
You
know,
know,
all
barbecue
of-
pit, and he been straight.
And them sandals and that outfit, you know, the outfit, the 2-piece outfit. Willie Earl, she should have went.
She was throwing in the towel way too early.
She
That's
shoulda
all
went
I'm
found
saying.
Willie Earl.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and
She
I-
was throwing it in.
Yeah, my uncle's. I'm so this is so sad, but my aunt passed this year, and he and I just spoke recently, and you know, he was so excited to tell me he was dating, and I was so excited. You know, like life does go on.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and I don't know if the regime back then that my grandmother, after my grandfather died, she never dated again, and I'm like, what? She's like, I ain't had nothing since 19. What? Like. 89, you know, we like, wow.
So I'm gonna put
that was my grandma.
I'm gonna put a disclaimer out here though. Okay, so I'm just gonna, and we're gonna do this right here where I got witnesses.
All
okay?
right.
So if I go out before my husband, right?
Look right there at that camera.
If
Look right here.
okay, if I die before my husband,
cancel
I'm gonna
that
leave
out.
a list of women that he is not allowed.
Oh, I got
to
a list
remarry.
too.
Okay.
Oh, I got a list
Okay.
too.
I don't mind him remarrying, but I got a list.
I got a list too.
But he not
They-
gonna marry them because he got his sisters. Wow.
I'm just letting no. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna leave y'all the list.
Yeah.
So if you see this person walk up,
He better move and run away, because I'm telling you, I'm cutting the
yeah,
fool.
like, you know what I'm saying? You
Send
be
me
like,
the
what's
list.
your name?
Send
What's
me
your
the
name?
list.
Yeah, you gonna have a
Look,
list.
every time I see you with somebody, I'll be like, "What's your name?"
Like he can remarry, but they better not be on this list.
Yeah, but yeah, so she literally, like, my uncle was so excited that he's like dating this woman, and I'm like, and you know, he just absolutely adore his wife, and I'm like,
Willie Earl getting it.
right. So you know, my uncle got that bread. You know, he got a little land. You know, he be out there traveling. He got the ATVs and stuff.
Oh, well, that's
you know.
how he was able to date. You know what I'm saying? It's a little easier when you got some
Yeah.
coins.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I told you I'm gonna get that cat day. Something happened to my husband. I'm trying to tell you.
When you got a little bit of change, when you shake that pocket, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, no, and that, listen, this I don't want nothing to happen to my baby. I'm
Oh,
serious
absolutely.
at
I
all,
counseled
not
it.
at
When
all.
you said it, I
Amen.
counseled it in the beginning.
Nothing at all. I'm just saying, if anything goes down, y'all ain't got to worry. I don't want the Adidas jogging suit and
I'm buying Jordans because I'm gonna go find me a Thundercat that's gonna break it down.
No, I don't need any of that.
Look, I'm be like, y'all got two choices. Y'all gonna either have to break that thing off of him and leave it with me, or I'm going to get me a Thundercat. One or the other. So if he don't want me to have a Thundercat, he better put it in his will to donate an organ. Is all I'm saying. No. You better wait till they embalm it and then snap it off.
I'm give it to me. I'm going to doctor's appointments. I'm going.
That was my favorite show. That was my favorite cartoon.
I'm just teasing.
So wait a minute, we gotta hit this last one because this is a good one. This is a good one.
Okay.
The character Robin.
You been her too?
Oh, I've been
you
her.
Are Robin.
No. I've been her.
Okay, let's get it.
I've been her.
Okay.
The character Robin was the most insecure out of all four characters.
Yes, definitely so.
The character Robin was searching for love
and all the
through her
places.
vagina.
Yeah, because I don't even know how she ended up with old boy. He was like,
she was searching for love and affection through her vagina. I can probably, if they did a backstory on all these characters, I can guarantee she had some deep rooted childhood issues.
She was molested.
No, I don't think she was molested. I think she was probably just her mama didn't love her and her daddy wasn't around. Like she screamed daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? Like. She had some deep rooted issues.
I can't say that all the time, right? Because like we all
being
have
sexual promiscuous.
Yeah,
my daddy was around, and look, my 20s was wild.
I mean,
I had one of the best daddies in the world, and my 20s was still wild.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think sometimes it's necessarily even that. I think it's just
why gotta be wild? Why can't it just be you was living your best life?
Oh, it was wild.
Okay.
Well, you know, look, listen. You know, the loving make you dumb.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a man, he give it to you right. You can't lose all the right side of your mind, like in real life. He had you going through some, you be like outside
in the bushes.
In the bushes with your robe on.
Like, on top of the garbage can. You
with
out
your
here,
robe and your gym shoes on.
You out here with an industrial flashlight and it's the middle of the day.
So you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you.
I do agree.
I'm just telling you. So what you got to understand, when you not properly taught.
You think you a whole ninja.
You listen. When you're not properly taught how to, but you know, responsibly handle the good loving.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It'll have you gone. It'll have you doing things you ain't.
The moment you find that one that did that thing.
You know what I'm saying? You be like, duh. You know what I'm saying? So then you literally trying to repeat. You trying to go through him,
it's
him,
like
him, and him.
Because it's okay. So you know how they say drug addicts.
It is.
Drug addicts are always searching for that first high.
That's a good one.
And that's basically what it is. Like when you find that one that gave you the premium pipe, you are now out here searching for said premium pipe, and you searching for it under the bed and the dresser. You under here looking under the sofa between the cushions of the sofa,
on the boot on top of the corner. You
listen. That's how we end up with them broke men.
Quit playing.
Them broke men.
They be giving
them broke men be like body.
It ain't nothing like a Negro that ain't got nowhere to stay.
You feel what I'm saying?
It ain't no pipe like a Negro that ain't got nowhere to stay.
They ain't got no house.
They have a flip phone and sketches. You be like, I love him.
Listen,
Leroy.
That dude.
Nights like this, I think I'm fun.
That dude that you had to go buy him his first pair or something.
He have a sketch. He come to your house with a flip phone.
Don't even talk about it.
He'll have a headpiece.
I'm glad I've been delivered.
The headpiece.
Wait a minute.
The one that the one they sell, like, you know what I'm talking about, like
the one with the Metro phone.
Right.
That grown man
you be
with
paying
the
cell
Metro
phone bills. You be letting them use your card.
Listen, I'm talking for real.
When you get him when he pull up and you say we all somewhere and you like, where your car is, sis? And you like, D got my car. You like, ew.
Listen,
he dropped me off.
He dropped me off today. You be like, I love.
I listen. Way back in the day. Way back in the day. I was messing with this dude, and he listen. He be at the club, and I'm at home, and he got my car.
You folded his clothes.
I'm at home cleaning.
Waiting to excel.
I'm at home cleaning, and he got my car at the club.
He be home around 2:30 with that Coney Island.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you know you done ran into a whole problem.
You know what I'm
Whole
saying?
problem.
They be like, oh, I left you a 20 in the glove box. Stop, give me something to eat.
You been
I left you.
Here's my card. Make sure you put some gas in the car this time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like seriously, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
Like,
them-
that
it's-
good stuff
listen.
had you. I had to teach my daughters that. I did not want to deprive them of certain conversations because, like, growing up, like my mom didn't talk to me about that kind of stuff. Like, it was like, and
What do you say to your kid? Don't get.
well,
Okay.
I mean, we censored on
It's
the show,
called
so I can't tell you. I can't tell you the
tell 'em don't
actual
get
saying that I say.
extratized?
But that's why I just said the loving, because I got a whole slang right there, and
Is
it's
it
like
extratized?
it's like the D make you dumb.
Okay.
It do.
You know what I'm saying?
It do.
And that's
It
just
do.
and that's my saying to them. And I was like, I have to teach them that because they don't understand that, you know, a man will take advantage of you through the sex, through the love part of it. You know,
And
what
they
I'm
be
saying?
knowing.
They have
You
you
know.
yeah, and they
And
be
they be
knowing.
knowing.
They
It's
be
called
know-
a sex
they be
demon for
knowing.
those that
They
don't
be
know how to
knowing.
identify
So that's
that
why I be like,
spirit.
y'all can't
It's a
get
sex
caught up.
demon spirit. Beware of them.
And I'm just
Disclaimer.
telling you that because
They smell good, they dress good, they look like they rag good.
No.
For that day when you meet them, and then every time you see them, they had the same outfit on.
That one good one.
That one good.
outfit.
You like when I met him, he had on Gucci socks and Gucci's, and every
that's the only
time
Gucci
I
you got.
seen him.
And it
After
ain't
that,
real.
he have
it
on
ain't
the
real.
same
It's Poochie.
Gucci hat and Gucci shoes, and then every time else I
Every
seen
time
him
we
in
want
them
to go out,
sketches.
he put on that same Gucci
yeah,
outfit.
same Gucci outfit, but every
We got
other
35
time.
pictures in the Gucci outfit.
Yeah, but he usually have on them sketches. Then you feel sorry for him, and he be like, "I'm gonna go buy him something."
What happens is he give you that premium pipe,
You shopping,
and then now you out here like, I'm gonna just go get him a couple short sets.
Yeah.
and then you gotta go pick up
Yeah.
his kids. You have his kids too, don't you? Yeah.
See, no, that's how you end up like the Ashton Bassett character, right? Because you start trying to uplift him and take him up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then you start trying to buy him things and get him together because you think if I just put him together, right, he gonna act right as soon as he get on. You don't think?
I'm a builder. I'm a builder, brother.
I'm a builder brother.
I'm
You
a
can't
builder
build-
brother.
You can't build no brother.
And then he leave you for
A white woman.
or any woman.
any woman. So it
You
don't
got
matter.
the pure audacity.
Yeah.
I done sat out here and spent all my look.
No,
look.
then you be out in the bushes with your robe on.
Yep.
You can't understand how he even over here with another chick in your car in the outfit that you bought him. He ain't even this fly for real.
really ain't. Cause
think
he
you
had, when
already
you
think-
met him,
You pulled this broad
when you
in my
met
car
him,
in the
he
outfit
had-
that I bought.
When you met him, he had on his boy clothes, which because we said it was the Gucci's in your man, because that's the first outfit. And then ever since then, he had on Skechers until you started buying him stuff.
Right.
Okay.
We got a comment from Jackie, and they say she's been scarred by somebody wearing Skechers.
You picked up somebody's sketches, did you?
No,
Nah,
I
he
just
always had to
used
have some
them.
white shoes.
I just used them for example.
Not no Fivas, not no Champions,
Champions,
not no
it was sketches.
no, no.
Skechers.
New Balance.
You know what? I never wanted to date a dude in Skechers. I think that'd have been my red flag. Right there.
This fool got on sketches.
No.
This ninja.
I said the flip phone.
He is picking comfort over all.
I said the flip
Nah,
phone or the red sign.
Flip phone is just a two-player move. That's to
Right.
make sure the call hung up. You know,
He got two phones when you meet him.
Because listen, back in the day when I was looking at a dude, if he had a flip phone, I just automatically assumed he was a doughboy, so I ain't paying no mind. Like,
Right.
oh, he got a flip
Flip
phone.
phone.
It's fine. That's fine.
Because he got two phones when you
I didn't
see
realize.
him.
Look, I didn't
Yeah.
realize he had the welfare flip phone. You know what I'm saying? The one they give you when you are.
You get a limited 100 minutes.
Look, you talking real fast. Just text me, baby. Just text me.
All right, baby, I'm on my way back.
But when you see him all the time, he usually had like both of his phones, so you be thinking he out here getting it.
And one of them don't even work.
And that the flip phone too.
One of them, the baby mama phone.
Exactly.
He ain't told you he took the baby mama phone with
That's
him.
how she called you to tell you to come get man.
Yeah,
Right.
Right, that part.
Oh my God.
That part.
Oh
One
my
yours
God.
and one the baby mamas. I understand. I understand.
Oh Lord. Oh goodness.
Listen. We down to our time. We got 3 minutes, and y'all know how we do in pure JOO fashion. It's time for the final thoughts. So we gonna start with Leilani. Give us your final thought on the movie Waiting to Exhale.
I would say that you should always just be true to yourself and just be you, be your authentic self in every aspect of your life. That would be my thing. You know, don't dwell, just be you. Yes.
All right, Angel.
All right. I will say I related about nothing to these women in this movie because I am.
You ain't got there yet.
Yeah, I ain't get there.
It's all right.
We'll ask you again in 10 years.
I will say though, like, just in general with relationships and stuff, and like I am young and stuff, but like I feel like if you stay true to yourself, like Leilani said, and like love yourself and everything, you wouldn't be in these predicaments like these women was, and like you know who you are truthfully, and like you gonna say something else, I already know, but, and like you know what you like to do, you know who you are, and like internally and stuff. If you learn early on, then like you won't have to deal with it when you get older and stuff. That's just my mentality, how I was raised.
I
and
pray it
everything
stays
too.
that way.
Amen.
I really hope it do too.
You ain't found the dumb D yet.
No, I did not.
With the sketches on.
She ain't been turned out. She
With the sketches on and the flip phone.
Not with sketches, not with the flip phone, not with the Gucci, not with the Gucci.
He
on,
may have on
nothing.
some Yeezys. He may upgrade. You
might
never
get
know.
Yeezys.
He
Right,
may
right.
have
Might
on
be the
Yeezys and
Yeezys.
the Yeezys, but you trust to believe.
That's okay. Look,
But I would say it was aesthetically pleasing to watch because I am a film student, so like everything that I seen was like,
Oh,
beautiful
absolutely.
to watch, for
Absolutely.
sure. Like for sure.
all right, Sherry.
I would just have to say that in life you shouldn't settle, and that's what a lot of those women did. Is you shouldn't settle. Your happiness should be priceless to you. Your peace of mind should be priceless to you at all costs. So to be the best mom, to be the best sister, best aunt, best daughter, best wife, best friend, protect your peace. You know, walk away when it's not working, and be, you know, just know that at the end of the day, God take care of his own. So if that's the case, then you're gonna be all right no matter what.
Absolutely. For me, I think I'm gonna close this out by simply saying, like I said at the beginning of the show, I can identify and have been each one of these women at some point in my life, and looking back at it, I wouldn't change it. Mm-hmm. And the reason I wouldn't change it is because it made me the woman I am today, the wife I am today, the mother I am today, the sister I am today, the friend I am today. And it also helps me identify BS for my nieces and my daughter that's coming up and my two older daughters, you know what I'm saying, to be able to help them navigate through this foolishness, to hopefully not to stop them from making the mistakes that I made, but at least try to guide them out of some of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to me, I can help guide you and maneuver you. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna fall. You're gonna run into the dumb D. You know, it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. Every woman, it's almost like a rite of passage, unfortunately. It's just how you come out of the dumb D. You know, whether you gonna come out of the dumb D dumb yourself,
Run a straight jacket.
whether you gonna come out of the dumb D with a felony assault charge,
Right.
whether you gonna come out of the dumb D with a stalking charge, or whether you gonna come out of the dumb D just a better woman for it. You know, there's different dynamics to that, and you know, because of the things that I've been through and the things that I've experienced and the things that I've seen, and I can possibly help my daughters and my nieces maneuver through and pass the dumb D with their sanity.
Oh, that's good.
So that's my final thought. You know, I will wear all my mistakes, all my issues, all my drama with a badge of honor, because my testimony will possibly help somebody else not have to go through what I went through.
Absolutely.
I will say though, Robin shouldn't have kept the baby at the end of the movie when she found out.
You said
About a pregnant
you said
dude.
she shouldn't have.
Yeah, I don't think she should have.
Oh,
think
she
you know
definitely
what?
should have.
No, I think she should have, because she had already, and I know we passed our time now, but if you remember, she had already been pregnant and not kept the baby at that point. That was a decision for Robin and Robin only. Yeah. So at that point in her life, Robin had to do what was best for her. And in order to break that cycle, she had to completely break it. So I don't necessarily disagree with her keeping that baby.
If you read part 2, like if you read the second part that Terry McMillan actually wrote afterwards, it was actually a really good thing that she kept the baby. So,
And sometimes the baby
yeah,
is
she
your
kept her.
why. When you have children, when you in the dumbness,
Oh, absolutely.
that is
Yeah,
your
to
why.
to get you out of
it gets
it.
you out of it, but
That's
it
what mine
was
did.
motivates you. It propels you to the next season of your life. My son was my why. My oldest son was my why.
Yeah.
Why I kept pushing. Why I ended
Like,
up
even
with my husband because of my why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
My
saying?
daughter-
even
my
even
daughter's
if
the
the
same
first one
thing.
didn't make, even if you didn't make it with the
Exactly.
father of your first child, that child becomes your motivation. Now I'm gonna get it no matter what.
Yeah.
And my husband came in like my knight in shining armor, and he showed me how to be, okay, this is what men do, and this is what men do. Oh, okay, all right, I'm gonna sit on the passenger side, because I had never experienced that before. But my son was my why. So I'm so grateful to God that he gave me, and he honored that in my mess. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I had a child in some mess, and he
too.
still took care of me.
Me too.
Through that, and then still on top of that, still gave me a husband. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I didn't pick for myself. God handpicked him.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that's the why. And
Yeah.
to me, that would be.
See, and for me, my mistakes was my why. I had done and been through and bumped my head and went through so much foolishness in my past that when my husband came around, first of all, my husband, and I tell everybody this, my testimony is my husband found me in a really dark place. I was in a really dark place when my husband met me. I had just lost my father, and, you know, I was just kind of on the FD's dudes, and I'm talking like extreme FD's dudes. Like, I was in one of them, like, all right, I thought I was giving my heart to this dude. He ended up not being about nothing. I done lost my daddy. So I was in a rampage at that point. Like any and everybody that crossed my path was getting it. Like I was out here breaking hearts like they was candy. Like I was out here just smashing Skittles up against the wall. Like, oh, that's your heart? Oh, my bad. Let me keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Give me 10,000.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was my why. And, you know, so everybody has to go through and have their why. And unfortunately, like we said, everybody runs into that dumb D. So we're going to be here for you when you run into yours, though. We promise.
My daughter was
Learn
my
something
why
new
too.
every day.
My daughter was my why too. She got me. It was like when I got pregnant with her, everything changed. Like this arguing, this fighting, this everything that I'm putting up with in this marriage that I'm in. I can't raise her in this. I can't show her this. This would be my fault. If she deals with something like that, that's me that's showing her that. So I got to break away from that. You know what I'm saying? I got to show her something different. I want her to only know love. I only want her to know, you know, happiness. I only want her to know what I grew up with. I grew up with a great dad. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want that to be deprived from her. So that's why I was like, yeah, this my why. I can't fool with this no more.
So before we log off tonight, because we done talked about a lot of different stuff, and all three of our husbands done came up in this show. So before we log out tonight, the last thing I'm gonna do, usually I talk about the wine we drinking and the black-owned businesses and stuff like that. But one of the things that I want to do before I log off this show is to give our husbands their flowers, because
Amen.
we got some bomb men in our
We
life,
do,
and I'm not gonna even
do.
sit up in front. You know, we talk a lot of junk, we laugh, and you know what I'm saying. We got a lot to say. I talk about my husband can only leave me in the box. But the reason I feel that way is because that's my king, and he don't get to be with nobody but me. I'm ringing the alarm. I'm tearing this boy up, and he don't get to be with nobody but me for the rest of his life, because I earned him.
You earned him. Amen.
I earned him.
Okay.
Like, he was my prize for all that I had been through and all the drama that I went through. So before I leave and before we walk away from this table tonight, I do want to shout out our husbands. So shout out Vaughn, shout out Leonard, shout out Steve. We love y'all. Thank y'all for being everything to us, even in our foolishness, even in our crazy, and even when we're exhibiting characteristics of any of these women that we talked about tonight, or any of the drama that we talked about tonight. Y'all love us through that, and y'all loved us past our past, and we appreciate y'all. So shout out to y'all. Real talk.
Yeah,
Amen.
thank you for
Yeah.
loving the survivors. That's what we are. We're
Yeah.
survivors, and
Yeah.
you loved us through
Yeah.
the survival.
Yeah, thank you for loving us. Thank you for loving our children, for those of us who
Absolutely.
have came in with children. So just thank you for being a great dad, hon. Just thank you for just being the provider and the man that you are. Because, man, he my rock. That's
Yeah,
my
we
rock right
we
there.
couldn't sit at the table and have ladies' night without
No.
shouting out those amazing men in our life.
right.
So thank y'all for kicking it with us tonight. This has been Just Our Opinion with Robin, Mike, and Ty, and I got my girls at the table with me. So I've been so excited tonight, ladies. I love y'all. Thank y'all for kicking it with me tonight. Y'all know before I go, I got to remind y'all that we got the Taste of Black Spirits event coming up September the 30th. Make sure y'all in the building. It's going down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We gonna get fly. We gonna deal with some black entrepreneurs that launch their black-owned brands, and we gonna have a really good time. So make sure y'all in the building for the Taste of Black Spirits event on September the 30th. We love y'all. Thank y'all for kicking it with us tonight. Deuces.